All right, you're good.
What's up, fellas? Back for another episode of the Pro Source Pod. Today we're going to be going over Jacob deGrom and if he's actually good or not. He actually kind of stinks, and we're going to go over the numbers and kind of explain why, and if it's just hype and hysteria from the media of the current day that's kind of really driving baseball in the direction it's going. So, anyway, I'm going to ask Eric if he agrees with this take. Does deGrom stink?
As of right now, I don't think Jacob deGrom stinks.
Okay. So, what would you say makes a pitcher a quality pitcher and a great pitcher?
Wins and ERA.
Wins and ERA is it.
Yep.
Does availability matter?
That factors in.
Does innings pitch matter?
Factors in.
Right. So, like, you would say that if someone can only give you, I don't know, an average of maybe 140 innings, would that make
Per
them?
year?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, if they're a starter, that's not going to cut it.
All right. Just asking. I don't remember these things. So it's like, if you have injuries all the time, then you have to miss multiple years. Is that a good or bad thing?
Not a good thing.
All right. So the consensus is, and it's said all the time now, when people talk about Jacob deGrom, they say he's probably the greatest pitcher they've ever seen and the best pitcher ever.
Correct.
You hear that all the time, right?
All the time. And I didn't say that.
No, I know you never said that. But that's what people say all the time. He's the best pitcher.
People
ever.
like to say that Jacob deGrom is the best of all time.
And
That's why I said the GOAT in my botched intro.
yeah, and a lot of people talk about how he throws so hard, right?
Yep.
Would you say people saying that he's the greatest pitcher of all time, which he's not? He's hurt all the time. And if you really look at his numbers, compared to some people, this one person in particular is better than him, and people have shamed him publicly because of his bad postseason performance, and you know who I'm talking about.
Kirsch.
Who do you think's better? Off the top of your head, not looking at numbers. We're going to go over
Justin Verlander is a better pitcher than Jacob deGrom.
What about Kershaw?
Is that who? Well, that's who you were gonna say. So let's hear it. I'm not gonna give my opinion on that. I want to hear your numbers.
No. I want your opinion, off the top of your head. That's literally what I asked, and you gave me Justin Verlander out of left field.
Yeah, Kershaw's probably a better pitcher than deGrom.
All around.
All around.
Way better
He's a
body of
horse.
work.
He's a horse.
Right.
He's a horse.
And what's the one thing that people take away from Kershaw all the time?
Can't pitch in the postseason.
Right. Has never won in the postseason.
Yeah.
Well, they won a World Series, but that was fake.
Mickey Mouse.
Mickey Mouse World Series, just like Mickey Mouse Cy Young.
Don't go
Trevor
there.
Bauer.
Don't go there.
Anyway. Has Jacob deGrom ever won a World Series?
No.
He literally didn't pitch. Well, this is actually convoluted. The Rangers won last year, but he was hurt. But he technically gets a ring, I think.
He didn't
That
do
sucks.
anything.
Yeah, that's he literally didn't pitch last year.
He didn't do anything.
He's rehabbing right now.
Yeah.
He's throwing a lot of batters. So, all right. You said wins are important.
Yeah.
So,
I
I'm
know
gonna read
that
something
his
for you.
win column is not looking good.
So, Jacob deGrom, he is 36 years old. Guess how old Kershaw is?
How old?
Guess.
40. I think he's 41.
No, he's 36 years old.
Kershaw's dude. I thought Kershaw's
Is that nuts?
way older.
So, all because he's
Verlander's in his 40s.
Verlander's 42.
Yeah.
But Kershaw has been around for so long, and he came up when he was a kid. His first season.
He was 19, wasn't he?
He was 20.
Okay.
He was 20 in 08 when he first got called up.
08. Holy shit.
Think about that.
Yeah.
deGrom, 2014, he was 26. So people are gonna make the argument, he should have been brought up earlier, this and that. Well, Kershaw was, I'm pretty sure, was he number one overall pick? He was seventh overall pick in the first round of 2006. Took him 2 years to come up through the system. deGrom, on the other hand, deGrom was drafted in the 9th round of 2010 out of Stetson. He played shortstop at one point too, right? So he was a two-way guy.
He's a convert. No, he was a short. He got drafted as a shortstop.
No, he pitched in college too.
He did, but he got drafted as a shortstop.
Oh wait, he started as a shortstop.
He didn't get drafted as a two-way. Or yeah,
He didn't get drafted as just a pitcher.
he didn't get drafted as a pitcher.
That's nuts.
Yeah.
I didn't even know that. I knew that he was. Oh, that's pretty cool. But his debut was in what was that? 2014. So it took him 4 years. 4 years because he was a shortstop for a little bit. You're saying,
Yep.
right? Kershaw was drafted out of high school, seventh overall pick, first round. deGrom, ninth round. deGrom, arguably, if he just pitched, you would have made it faster. But you can't make the argument that Jacob deGrom went to college, he did this. It kind of plays a factor, would you say, in greatness. Like Kershaw was that great where he, as like a kid.
Kershaw is the epitome of greatness as a pitcher.
So right off the bat, who do you think's gonna have more career wins?
I mean, Kershaw.
Yeah. But when I start reading off career numbers, like it's gonna be interesting. Career record, deGrom, 84 wins, 57 losses, a 2.53 ERA. 215 games started. But this is where it's like it's night and day between the two.
That's a pretty good stat line.
Kershaw, 210 wins, 94 losses, a 2.49 ERA, 425 games started. So like right away, like, and I'll read whip for you guys.
Wait, when did? All right, so deGrom debuted in what? 2014.
Yep.
I mean, Kershaw has some years on him.
Yeah, but that plays a factor. But it does play a factor.
It plays a pretty big factor.
But Kershaw has played a much
That's
longer
6
time
years.
period and has a better career ERA.
Yeah, I'm not saying
2.53 to 2.49.
Yeah, he's been playing longer and he has a better ERA. Yeah, I get what you're saying. Yep.
He has over 200 more starts.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
So, how many more innings do you think he has? Innings pitched.
Dude, he might have like close to over 500. He's got over 500 more.
Do you have like a guess?
800.
Not even close.
More or less.
More.
In the thousands. Is it like 1,200?
deGrom has pitched 1,356 innings. Kershaw has pitched 2,725 innings.
Jesus Christ.
So like that right away, right? You're talking about someone being like the greatest of all time. He's never available, and he doesn't give you that many innings. When he pitches, he's fantastic. I'm not going to say he's not. But, like, I don't know how you can call someone the greatest pitcher of all time when they pitch, like, sometimes.
A big reason why people call Jacob deGrom the best pitcher of all time is because of his stuff. They don't actually look at the numbers.
If you want to talk about stuff, you can talk about Randy Johnson. Like,
People love to talk about Jacob deGrom's stuff. That's what it is. And he strikes out the world.
and we're now in an era where
That's all
Velo's
people...
promoted.
Exactly.
It's just all about
Exactly.
So it makes sense why people would skew to call him deGrominator and Jake or DeGo.
Yeah.
So it's like,
Hot take. Ranger Suarez might be better than Jacob deGrom.
that's just a bad one.
I know.
So career strikeouts, deGrom has 1,652. Kershaw has 2,955.
Can you read those again?
The innings are
The strikeouts.
1,652, 2,955.
So, yeah. That's...
Career whip for deGrom is 0.993. For deGrom, it's 1.007. So, like, in terms of ERA and whip, almost identical. Games played, Kershaw just doubles them pretty easily, and then some. Innings pitched completely doubles them. Strikeouts, honestly, so it's like their strikeout rate's kind of like on par for like almost the same thing too. So like we'll go in that more in depth on the numbers, right? But it's like you're calling someone the greatest, like one of the greatest pitchers of all time, and this and that. In the Cy Young count, deGrom doesn't even stack up against Kershaw. DeGrom never won an MVP. DeGrom's got 2 Cy Youngs. In his Cy Young seasons, here was his numbers. 2018, he was 2-9. I mean, no, he was 10-9 with a 1.7 ERA. He pitched 32 games, 217 innings. He had 269 strikeouts. His WHIP, where's his WHIP? Was .912. Kershaw, and well, he has three Cy Youngs, and he also has 1 MVP. Kershaw in his MVP season was 21-3, a 1.77 ERA, pitched 27 games, 198 innings, 239 strikeouts, a 0.85 WHIP.
And I will give DeGrom this. He had more innings than
That's
They don't
crazy.
even stack up.
That's pretty crazy.
Yeah.
And I will give DeGrom this. He had more innings that year. But, like, nobody touched him. Nobody touched Kershaw. Just nuts. Where it's like, we want to, like, really gift this guy for his ERA, too. Talk about seasons under 2 ERA. And then talk about, like, games actually played. So in 2021, 15 games.
we can't talk about that.
DeGrom had a 1.08 ERA. He played 15 games.
Other than his
Right. Like, that doesn't, like, so we can't talk about that season and his ERA because he played 15 games. Other than his 2018 season,
230
ERA under 2
and a 1.8
did not happen.
230
Kershaw, on the other hand,
and a 0.9.
in 2013, 236 innings, had a 1.83 ERA, 232 strikeouts, and a .9 WHIP. He also had another season, 21 starts, 1.69 ERA,
He is, though. But it's like
172 strikeouts,
his 2 seasons.
.72 WHIP.
He came in third.
You're reading this, you're like, fuck, it's pretty good.
He is though, but it's like, and then you go to look at his 2 seasons where it's like, he came in third in Cy Young this year, 2.13 ERA, started 33 games, pitched 232 innings, had 301 strikeouts. He had a .88 WHIP. I want to see who won Cy Young that year, because he came in third. Who the fuck was ahead of him? Arrieta won.
Hold up. Just keep talking.
Arrieta won. Arrieta was 22-6 with a 1.77 ERA.
What year was this?
This was 2015. 229 innings, and he had 236 strikeouts. Honestly, dude, I would have just given Kershaw the MVP. I mean, the Cy Young. Oh, wait, no. Dude. This is the year Greinke got boned. Greinke was 19-3 with a 1.66, which was better than Arrieta, with 222 innings, 200 strikeouts, had an 8.4 whip. I would have given Cy Young to Greinke that year. Well, like, either way, like, how crazy is it? They were both on the same team that season. So if you're facing the Dodgers, you're either getting Zach Greinke, who you're not going to score against or hit, or you're facing Kershaw, who's you're not going to get a hit or score against. They're probably striking out. That's how good they were.
That sounds brutal.
But it's like, you go and look at it, it's like seasons where Kershaw pitched over 200 innings. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So, like, right there, 5 seasons he threw over 200 innings. 170 pitching, like 170 innings pitched. 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's like, then, like, there's another 4 there. And even like towards the end of his career, like other than this year, which he just started pitching because he's been banged up like the last couple of years, but not really because he's still pitching like 20 starts a year. DeGrom in the last 3 seasons has pitched at most 15 games.
That's bad.
Yeah.
That's bad.
So like, I'm not discounting how good Jacob deGrom is. I'm just saying that he's not that good, considering that if you look at what he's done. In his best season, he might be the best pitcher to have a single season. Like, I'm not gonna say he didn't have one of the greatest seasons ever or wasn't like untouchable, but he has never done it for a long enough stretch or been available long enough to ever be granted the GOAT title.
To make to have those claims made. Yeah.
So like, I'll read you his innings pitched. First year 140, second year 190, 148, 200, 217, 204, 68, 92, 64, 30. Those are the amount of innings he's pitched. Since 2020, 68, 92, 64, 30. It's a lot of missed time.
That's not many.
Hasn't pitched this year. Why? Because he's hurt.
Will we see the return of Jacob deGrom?
What DeGrom? Short hair or long DeGrom? Long hair DeGrom or short hair DeGrom?
Short hair deGrom.
I don't think you'll ever see DeGrom in full force again because I think that he's going to be battling injuries the rest of his career. And if not, he's not going to be the same like pitcher effective-wise.
It's a bold take.
Because if he's the same effectively with the same stuff, he's going to get hurt again.
It's a bold take. You'd think after being hurt this many times.
Well, when he was only like the guy who threw like 97 with the long hair before he threw 100 every single pitch, he was like, he got tattooed a little bit. He had a season where he had a 3.53 ERA and 200 innings. What?
That's tattooed, really?
Well, for his standard,
yeah. For his standard, you can't say he got tattooed.
He did though.
He didn't.
180 hits.
How many innings?
201.
That's not tattooed.
Eh.
That's not tattooed at all.
Eh.
But you got anything else?
Well, that's not really tattooed, but like you're calling this guy the greatest pitcher of all time, and like
I'm
he
not.
does have that in there. I'm not saying you are. I'm just saying in general. It's like.
So, I mean, dude, hold on, you know, honestly, that strengthens his argument. You said, and I'm not even saying he's the greatest of all time because I don't think he is. But it's like
it makes my argument better. So, hold on.
He got tattooed. He had a 3.5 this year, dude. A 3.5 in the majors is fucking good.
On my take, DeGrom of what people think about is going to be under 2. Or he's going to be like literally like at around 2 for his year.
Yeah, his
right?
worst. Is that his worst? Are you on baseball reference?
Yeah, DeGrom's. So think about it this way: DeGrom comes back and he's not the same DeGrom throwing 100 every single pitch. If he has a 3.5 ERA or like a 3 ERA, is he the same DeGrom that he was? The answer is no.
No. If he has a 3, people are saying, "What the fuck happened to Jacob deGrom?"
Exactly.
But that 3.5, what year was that?
That was 2017. That's the year before he actually he had a 1-7.
Yeah, so it's like that he wasn't Jacob deGrom yet. He wasn't the Jacob deGrom that we know now.
But then, like ever since then, he doesn't play.
I get what you're saying.
But my whole thing is.
We're gonna wrap this up kind of soon. I don't know how much that juice is.
That's fine. Do you want to relax for a second so we can talk? Like, I remember I was talking to Mike one day. He was like, "What's DeGrom with him?" I'm like, I don't know. He's like no one touched him. He's got like a 1 ERA. It's like he might be hurt, but when he plays, no one's touching him. So it's like that's great, but you need to be able to play. So you kind of stink if you can't play. Would you agree?
You're not much of a help. You're not a big contribution to the team.
So it's like
he's
really good when he plays.
You're a rah guy.
Yeah, like Troy Tulowitzki, people love him.
You don't want to be a
Troy
rah-rah
Tulowitzki
guy.
never played, and people would talk about how he's the best shortstop in like baseball. It's like, dude, like
Troy
he hasn't
Tulowitzki
played.
was pretty fucking good.
He like never played.
Yeah.
And then when he
That's
did
true.
get healthy, after being hurt for so long, he just wasn't that good.
Yeah, it wasn't the same. That's nuts.
Yeah. It's just like, I don't know. Kind of stinks. If you can't play, you stink.
I can't wait to title this episode Jacob deGrom. He stinks in all caps.
He does. It's just like you look at Kershaw and people give him such a bad rap because the whole he can't pitch in the playoffs thing, which is doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, well, that's
all
like
mental.
the Dodgers in general. They suck in the playoffs.
So his
That's
worst season
2020.
was his rookie year when he was 20 years old. He had a 4.26 ERA.
And that's still not that. That's not
In
that
21
bad.
games started.
Yeah, that's not that bad.
Then his next
shit,
his
that's
next
actually
worst
awesome.
was in 21, which is a fake season, a 3.5 ERA. And then the last 2 years, like 2022 and 23, 2.28 ERA and then a 2.46 ERA.
He's damn good.
Yeah, like
He's damn good.
2019, people are like, oh, is deGrom? I mean, is Kershaw going the other way? Had a 3 ERA. Like,
That's nuts, dude.
so it's just like food for thought. Like, people will never call him the greatest pitcher of all time, even if you look at his like resume. It is way above a lot of people.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I'm not like,
And I honestly,
yeah.
like, I see where you're coming from with this whole take. Because, like, motherfucker doesn't contribute.
He doesn't play.
Yeah.
His team won a World Series and he did one of the biggest
Yes.
contracts, and he didn't pitch the whole year.
That sucks.
He pitched